Hello and welcome to Luzhou in China for the Ning BWF World Superseries Finals, the culmination of the 12-tournament OSIM BWF World Superseries. The top 8 in each of the 5 disciplines have qualified for these end-of-season finals, and today is day 3 of competition and the last of the group matches, and therefore the last chance to qualify for the semi-finals tomorrow. So looking at our order of play, that's all the tournaments that have been and gone, and as I say, this, the culmination of those 12. Well, we've got 5 excellent matches for you this afternoon, and we're going to be starting with a bit of a bang, because we're starting with men's doubles and a repeat of the World Championship final. Hyun and Haifeng of China up against Go and Yu from Korea. Following that, we'll have mixed doubles and more world champions in Jiangnan and Zhao Yunlei in the mixed doubles up against Ahmad and Natsir of Indonesia. Then women's singles and the #1 seed Wang Yihan against Juliana Schenk of Germany. Then men's singles and the #2 seed Chen Long up against the former world and Olympic champion Taufik Hidayat of Indonesia. And then a second men's doubles to close out this afternoon's session. Asan and Septano of Indonesia up against Ku and Tan of Malaysia. So that really is a terrific lineup. And I'm Jill Clark, sitting alongside Ian Wright, former England head coach. And Ian, what a way for us to start a repeat of the World Championship final in the men's doubles.
Yes, this is going to be really interesting. After 2 days of group play, it still comes down to a knockout situation. It's winner takes all in this match. All to play for both pairs.
Yes, absolutely, because this is a Group A match with Kai and Fu as the #1 seeds. Ho and Yu, the Koreans, the second seeds within the group. And every pair in the group so far has won one match and lost one match. So the 2 matches today in Group A are quite simple. Whoever wins the 2 matches in Group A will qualify for the semi-finals, but it depends how they win as to whether they will top the group or come second. So this is very clear. This is winner takes all. So for Hyun and Haifeng, well, they had an unexpected loss on day 1 of competition. On Wednesday, they lost out to their teammates Chai Biao and Guo Zhengdong in 3 games. And then yesterday, they won once again in 3 games against the Japanese pair of Hashimoto and Hirata. For the Koreans, well, they were beaten by the Japanese pair on the first day, and if you were with us then, you would have witnessed that match 3 games, and they were a little disappointing, I have to say. In the deciding game were the Koreans, which they went down 21-9. Made amends yesterday by winning in 2 straight games against Chai Biao and Guo Zhengdong, which actually makes them top of the group because they've lost in 3 but won in 2 games. So at the moment, the standings are Ko and Yu topping the group, but just to emphasise once again, that is really just academic, because whoever wins this encounter will definitely qualify for the semi-finals. Well, world ranking of 4 at the moment. The Koreans, they have been as high as 2, but we're looking at Go Sang-hyun, 24-year-old from Busan, his partner, Yu Yang-sung, 25. And of course their big win, or big result, it wasn't a win, big result of the year was reaching the World Championship final, where they lost out to their opponents of today. So the Koreans, who were #1 seeds at the Super Series finals for 2010 and ended up 3rd in the group. For Hyun, the 31-year-old from Jiangsu province, well, this is only their 2nd appearance at the Super Series finals. They were semi-finalists for 2010, lost out to the eventual champions Bo and Mogensen of Denmark. But that's a pretty healthy win-loss record for the year, isn't it? 52 and that translates into 9 finals. In fact, 9 consecutive finals, winning 6 of them. They had a spell after the All England. The next event they played was the Asian Badminton Championships. They duly won that and proceeded to reach the final of 9 consecutive tournaments played. Now that's rather ominous for all Korean fans, isn't it? 6-0, the win-loss record between these two pairs, and it's only once been to 3 games. Last time, of course, was the semi-final of the China Masters, 26-24, 21-18, but of course the World Championship final, very similar pattern actually in that World Championship final, very close opening game, 24-22, and then more comfortable in the second. So Tian Bingyi on the left as we look at them, Hyun on the right, 2 Chinese coaches.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my left, Seong, Korea. And on the left, Hyun, Haifeng, China. Yeon to serve, to Hyun, love all, play.
So winner takes all in this men's doubles Group A match. And Ian, we've been slightly concerned about the fitness levels of Hyun. He's got his left ankle heavily strapped. When we were in Shanghai just a couple of weeks ago for the last of the Super Series events, the China Open, he and his partner actually withdrew from the quarter-final because of injury problems to Hyun. And he hasn't looked at his sharpest this week.
No, I think that's a fair comment. He hasn't looked his normal self. Just looks half a metre off his best pace, shall we say. Not getting into those normal net positions as quickly as he usually does. It'll be an interesting game. Talking to the Korean management team last night, this is not a matchup they like. Yu and Co really got a poor record against this Chinese pair, and it's just one of they feel it's just one of those tactical sort of mismatches. You know, similar sorts of strengths and similar sorts of weaknesses, and it just doesn't seem to work out for the Korean pair. But they took a little bit of heart from the form of Fu and Kai over the last 2 days. That they're clearly not at their best, so it'll be interesting to see how they go. The early rallies, Jill, I just wonder today, it's a little bit cooler outside, a little bit cooler in the hall. I just wonder if it's going to play a little bit slower, the hall today. Both pairs seem happy at the moment to play counter-attack, work their way into the rallies. Here we go again. That's well placed smash though. Good angle down to the centre. Finding the weaker side of the defence.
Oh, that's well long the back line.
Yeah, again though, Koreans happy to give the first lift and then try and play off counter-attack. Missed it that time, but worked for them the last couple of points.
Lifted wide.
what we're used to seeing. Hyun getting in early on the net, getting the shuttle going down, forcing the defensive lift, and the big power play from his partner in the rear court. See the coach is well wrapped up today down there.
Yeah, so are we. Oh, that's nice. And I guess, Ian, you know, you were talking about the fact that the difference in styles, it's very difficult for the Koreans to do well against this particular Chinese pair. I guess one of the things is that they haven't got one of the two Korean players who's completely outstanding at the net and therefore not challenging Hyun.
Yeah, both the Korean players are very good all-court players, and that gives them a lot of possibilities tactically in rotation and some little set plays they have from mid-court. But as you say, there's not one player that tends to sort of read the game as well as Hyun at the front of the court, and that, of course, tactically in the last, as we saw in the head-to-heads, has given the Chinese pair a real advantage.
Yeah. Whereas the other Korean pair, we're used to seeing Lee Yong-dae, who himself is outstanding player at the front of the court, and that's probably why the other Korean pair enjoys more success against the current world champions.
Yeah, I think that's a fair comment. That's a good shot. That's where this Korean pair are good, from those mid-court positions. Very quick to change the direction and put pace on. If you play a little bit too flat against them, it comes back very, very quickly.
Well, the umpire just asking Chinese players to get ready a little quicker.
There's that aggressive defensive position again. We'll see it here. It's a little lift. Look how low he gets in his defensive position. And that gives him the opportunity to counter-attack directly with the first defensive shot.
Yeah, he's a very, very physically strong athlete, isn't he? Goes Seong.
Yeah, really made his breakthrough in mixed. He's got that court coverage of a mixed player, hasn't he? Very powerful movements around the court. Takes the shuttle early.
Yes, you talk about his mixed. Reached the final of the All England Championships as a qualifier back in 2009.
There's that court coverage.
It's a good rally. Oh, it's gone wrong.
Yeah, it certainly looks half a metre slower, I think, the Hall duel. All four players having problems putting the shuttle away. Not going to be many points won from the rear court, I think. It's going to be a real question of playing to get your partner in. You have to finish from the forecourt in these conditions. That's good play. Good patience. Slowly building the attacking position. Creating the space there to hit the winning smash into. Interesting. Start of the match, first few points, it was the Koreans that wanted to play counter-attack. Now it seems to be the Chinese that have decided they might be better off building from the defensive position. That's an error though, pushing up the left-hand side. Fu, very, very good on the mid-court. Left-handed, of course. Steps up, likes to step up and take that shuttle early down the left-hand side of the court. Two big smashes, forcing the Chinese pair into deep defensive positions. And the little clip drop shot down in front. Here we see it.
Getting faster and faster. We had a 279. So yesterday from another Korean player, Seong.
Finish, but good example there, that last point, Jill, of what you were talking about. You had a really good chance to finish in the forecourt. Just doesn't see the shuttle early enough, really. Doesn't get into position quickly enough. We see it there, all off balance. His partner obliges with the smash from the rear court, but really should have been finished in the front court.
Yeah, and especially if conditions are a little bit slower today. I mean, you really can't be expecting to hit many winners from the back of the court. Everything's got to be worked towards finishing it off, involving your net player so they can finish it off from the front of the court.
Yes, exactly. And for that reason, you probably would expect the Chinese to have a slight edge in this match, with Hyun being by far the most efficient front court player on court in this match.
So 11-10. Well, the umpire's just having a word with Hyun, telling him he really's got to get ready to receive serve a little quicker. Goodness, completely mistimed the shot.
Yeah, Ko a little bit off balance in the rear court there, took the pace off the smash, and Hyun just went at it a little bit early, didn't he? Mistimed it completely.
Oh, that's terrific. And a change of pace. He actually played it from about the mid-court area, didn't he? But he was already following forward. Therefore, the threat of the big smash.
And there we see it again. It's a good return from Yu. Unable to take advantage of it. Super tape return there from Ko. Rolling the shuttle off the top of the net. Great control.
certainly hard work to get the shuttle down, isn't it?
Yeah, the hall's definitely playing a tad slower this morning. A couple of the fans there really enjoying it. Yeah, conditions look a little slower. Players having to work really hard from the rear court to create any advantage. Same again, Yeon not able to finish. Korean should have won this point a lot earlier. It was a much easier chance early on in that rally for you. His racket work's just not quite quick enough, is it, at the front of the court? Just didn't see the shuttle as early as a lot of the other top players. A very good player, a very solid player. Just slightly slow reactions in the front court.
Oh, nice. Second time he's done that.
Yeah, one drive, forcing the Koreans back in defence. And Hyun using the space it creates. Great return. Great return. Really powerful push to take that shuttle early. Really aggressive movement.
Which just emphasises your point about his play at the net. It must be his vision, his understanding of the game, because he's certainly got the physicality to get in there quickly and play the winner, play the kill. He does it on a return of serve, but can't do it within the rally.
Yeah, just didn't quite read the game as quickly as some of the other players. Yeah, not surprised Fu needs a bit of a towel down. He's putting in a lot of work in the rear court at the moment. Really working hard to keep Hyun well positioned in the front court.
Good serve.
Same again, you had drifted off the net there when the chance came. Yeah, Ko was attacking in the rear court there 4, 5, 6 times, and all you was thinking about was coming out and rotating out rather than keeping pressure on that front court. And in the end, they paid the penalty for it. When the chance came up, he was way too deep. Hyun will always take advantage of space like that.
Yes, because the contrast of Hyun, look at that commitment.
Yeah, always moving forward, look at him.
Thank you.
He knows where the points are going to be won.
Yeah, they're desperately deep in defence, weren't they?
Yeah, more comfortable there. Going from rear court to mid court. Kim Moon-soo getting very animated, that's quite unusual. Normally very calm in the chair. Knows how important this match is. Nice play. Ku committing one side. Hyun committing one side. Fu stepping up on the other side. Reading the play well.
Yeah, it was interesting when Hyun actually went for the interception and the attempted kill on the forehand side. Fu Haifeng was virtually standing on the tee. Brought his base position so far forward.
Yeah, good channel attack again. Bringing the shuttle down quick and steep into the middle of the court. Puts the shuttle right in front of his partner. Koreans feeling the pressure in defence there. Made the mistake.
No, he's missed it. Four game points now to Hyun.
Yeah, so typical little runner serve on Hyun's at the most important point. He steps up, takes responsibility. That's nice though. Good angle again, well placed.
More commitment that time from Yeon at the net. It paid dividends.
Yeah, had a little bit more time, didn't it? It was a slower shot. Had time to move forward onto it rather than the shuttle coming to him quickly. Oh, that's a good shot. It's reminiscent of his mixed play, isn't it? Stepping up on that mid-court, taking the shuttle early.
Well, that's 4 game points have been saved by the Koreans. It's 20 all. Extra points required.
Oh, that's very good.
Well, on a run of 5 straight points now. Having just saved 4 game points, now a game point themselves.
It's almost a tradition with these two that the first game has to be 20 all though.
Yeah.
Well, that's good doubles. Great serving under pressure there from you. Really stepped up and took responsibility there.
What an incredible comeback.
That's
And all credit to the Koreans.
the Chinese looked quite stunned by that. I think they felt they'd won that first game.
Yeah.
It was tremendous play at the end there from you.
So there's confirmation. Go and you take the opening game 22-20 in 21 minutes of play. Well, I think Kim Min-soo going to be pretty happy with that. I have to say, it did go through my mind when you made the comment that Hyun, little run on his serve, always at crucial moments, seems to do very well. Few quick points at crucial moments, and I thought, oh dear, here we go again. The Koreans, you know, looking good in the early stages of these encounters against the current world champions. But remarkable comeback.
It was. You just wonder if the Chinese did just relax. Hyun stepped up, won the 3 points. They got 4 game points. Probably felt quite comfortable, and suddenly 3 or 4 really sharp points on the front court from you. Great serving under pressure. Managed to turn it around very, very quickly, really. No long rallies.
No.
6 short, sharp, quick points, well constructed off service.
level. Play.
Oh, string's gone.
Well, broken string gave him an even better angle than he was trying for, I think. Shuttle seemed to shoot down off his racket, didn't it?
And obviously, in with the colder conditions, perhaps more likely that players will break more strings.
Yes, I think so. Speed of the ball slightly different. We've seen quite a few mistime shots in this match so far.
Oh, that's
good.
nice.
Took it early. It's the footwork that won the point there. Rack it up, stretching to take the shuttle early, fixed the Chinese deep in the court, used the space really well.
It's gone wide. Going back to the point about the conditions and the temperature of this hall. I mean, I know in a lot of places in Southeast Asia where it's very hot, humid conditions. I mean, back in our day, and we're going to sound like old fogies here, but we didn't have air conditioning, and now they do have air conditioning because it was deemed, you know, really the heat and the humidity was too much really for the athletes to cope with. Are there any specific rules about the coldness of a hall? Should there be a minimum temperature that playing conditions are played under?
There are recommendations in the playing regulations, but I don't think it's an actual rule. I think it's a recommendation.
Okay. Because they really are. I mean, look at the coaches there, all racked up. I've got my 2 pairs of socks on again today, and it really is very chilly. And it's just wide. My goodness, that was a lot closer than I think he thought it was going to be.
Yeah, it doesn't seem quite as much left to right drift so far today, which has been very pronounced so far this week. Chinese needed to stop that run of points. Koreans were really on a roll after taking that first game.
Just wide.
Yeah, taking the pace off the smash. No real need to go for the line there, I'd have to say. That's an error. Quick thinking, saw it was Haifeng defending the straight there. Left-hander. Knows he likes to line up to defend on the backhand side. Switch the direction of the smash down the forehand wing. Haifeng couldn't deal with it. They look as though they've taken real confidence, don't they, from that first game?
Very much so.
Got a nice, playing with a nice rhythm at the moment, nice rotation, good court coverage. The Chinese just going through a real bad patch at the moment.
Fabulous.
Pace off, bringing the shuttle down to the centre of the court. We're going to see it here. And look how quick he follows it in. Good doubles. Wow.
Well, things looking fairly bleak for the home players at the moment.
Well, home crowd will be disappointed if Fu and Kai go out before the semi-finals. But at the moment, they just look a little jaded, don't they?
Yeah.
Decision making's not great. 1 or 2 errors on serve and return.
Yes, and how they...
Rather shaken losing that first game from such a winning position.
Yes, even 4-time world champions can lose concentration, lose belief.
Yeah, they look really deflated, don't they, after that first game. It's going to take a big turnaround now to keep them in this tournament.
Well, I guess if anybody can turn around a match, it's this Chinese pair. They are exceptional players. They've achieved so much.
Yeah, we'll really be hoping for runs of points on Hyun's service. That's where traditionally they're so dangerous.
Yeon's looking a worried man.
That's good defense.
Well, I was about to say he's missed it, but it was called in.
Did look well out, I have to say. We're well placed.
Well, that is extraordinary. No overrule from the umpire. In fact, even Hyun is looking up towards the giant screen.
We're going to see this is clearly out.
Oh.
Yeah, a long way out.
Long way out.
285 though. That's the biggest of the week.
Well, not supposed to count if they're not in.
Well, I have to say, it is in.
Well, it counts.
It's
going to count as in.
Difficult one for the umpire to overrule, though. He could have even had one of the Korean players in between himself and the line.
Yeah.
Not sure he was in a good position to overrule it. Not sure he had many choices there. But you're right, even the Chinese looked a little embarrassed by that one.
And sadly, sometimes it's a point like that that can change a match.
Yeah, it could be a momentum point, that one. The Koreans have come back well from it. Kept their concentration. Played a very good rally there in defence. Eventually managed to turn it round and take the point.
Oh, strings have gone.
Hyun not looking himself, is he?
No.
As you say, looks like he may be carrying an injury from Shanghai. But he's certainly not quite up to his usual standards. Unusual to see him have a poor game, but he has missed 1 or 2 that you'd normally expect him to take.
That's called good. Yeah, plumb on the line.
Korean straight back again. Ko very patient in the rear court there, keeping the shuttle going down, not giving the Chinese pair a chance to use counter-attack.
Great drop shot. And again.
Great rally. Koreans doing really well early on in defence, but in the end it's the experience of Hyun. There we see it just brushing across the shuttle, taking the pace off. Easy kill for his partner. Great athleticism. I'd say Hyun looks really tired at the moment.
Play.
Oh my word. What a return.
That's
Goodness
an
me.
incredible return, because it was a good serve. It was a really good serve. A little bit of top spin on that, guiding it across the net. Shuttle dipping down, very, very short.
Slight hesitation there from Haifeng. He thought perhaps Hyun was going to move forward and going to intercept. And that hesitation cost him dear. That's clever. Oh. What a rally. Good, solid work by the Koreans.
Yeah, great defensive play early on in that rally. Chinese must have felt they'd won that point 2 or 3 times. In the end, again, it's the forehand defense of Fu where the error occurs. Good doubles again. Started in defence, turned it round, and quick to take advantage and get into that front court position to finish. Looking really good now.
Yes. And now with an 8-point advantage.
Desperately need a run of points.
Oh, magnificent. Absolutely magnificent.
Patience attack from the Koreans, not forcing the play. They've got a good lead. Keeping the shot. Keep the pressure on the Chinese. He's missed it. Saw the space. Couldn't convert.
Well, the 8-point deficit has been halved.
Yeah, again it's on Hyun's service. This is their chance. That's a big miss though. Sensible return, pushing past Hyun, keeping him off that third shot. Through Haifeng making the error from the midcourt. That's a good return though.
Well, we saw the Koreans with a run of 6 straight points to save 4 game points and then close out the opening game. There's 4-point deficit. It's not inconceivable.
It's a good return though, the attack.
Oh, that is a lovely shot.
Yeah, see him just cutting across the shuttle, controlling it down the line.
So 5 match point opportunities for their first ever victory over the world champions. And if they convert one of these, the world champions are out of the tournament.
Well, same score as the first game, the other way round. Can the Chinese do the same thing?